What's up, guys? It's Gathalion, and we're here to talk about Destiny. But not just Destiny, but Destiny's Wild. Now, what's the Wild? Well, when you load into Destiny, you have a few choices. You can either A, go on a strike, which takes you to kind of a given zone within the game and gives you specific missions to do. Kill bosses, kill amount of enemies, yada yada yada. You could also go to the Crucible, which is where you could do PvP combat, and then you could go to the Wild. Going to the Wild lets you just blankly go into one of the, I believe, 5 continents within Destiny. These 5 continents are said to be bigger than Halo Reach per continent. So that's a lot of play area. Unfortunately, in the alpha, we only had a small section of one of the continents to play in, but it was still pretty fucking massive. Now, what happens in the Wild is up to you. You can decide whether or not you want to hunt treasure chests, because there are plenty and plenty and plenty and plenty of treasure chests to find with loot and glimmer in it. I've also seen faction rewards from chests as well. So chests are definitely worth hunting. You can just explore, ride around on your speeder, because the speeders actually control well. Yep, vehicle in a game, a looter shooter, working well. That's a novel idea. And also, you could do randomized quests that you get from glowing green beacons. Now, these quests did not have a lot of variation inside the alpha, but Bungie's saying that the alpha was pretty much just a test of the system, and that you can pretty much bank on them adding in a lot of new randomized quests into the beacons, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bungie just regularly adds quests when on the fly, you know, sort of hot patch them in, because as Destiny is pretty much an MMO, even though Bungie does not want to call it an MMO just because of the negative stigma tied within, and I understand that, but it is a massively multiplayer game. They have a lot of access to change things on the fly, and that really shows in my absolute favorite part about Destiny, and that's when random world events happen. Now, what a random world event is when you're running around doing whatever you're doing, you'll get an alert. The screen will turn like blue, and it'll be like, this shit is happening right now! And, like, the world will either drop, like, a pod you have to fucking defend for X amount of time. It'll make you kill one specific super badass enemy. Or, my favorite one, it'll drop a fucking mini-boss or a boss in the zone. And everybody in the zone gets an alert. Oh yeah, did I mention that when you're running around in the Wild, you can run into other people who aren't necessarily in your group? That's also a great part about it, is because you don't have to be grouped with these people, but you still help each other, and there's no negative impact from helping someone else. Other MMOs almost punish you for helping someone else when they're not in your group, because they might have what's called a tag on an enemy, and if they kill it or they hit it first, then they only get the rewards. That's not how it works in Destiny. Everybody's running around in these areas in the Wild. I've seen upwards 10 people in the same given instance of a zone. While Destiny doesn't put everybody who's in the game in the same zone, they put them in several different instances of the zone. That way the zones don't feel overcrowded, but you still have a very social feel to it. Anyways, back to random events. I was running around, and all of a sudden the game dropped a spider tank, or a devil tank, or whatever it is, a devil tank on the zone. So basically, everybody is given this alert that says, hey, this shit is happening. Then you could either A, choose to go do it, or B, carry on your merry way. Now, I had never really seen a random event happen and not have everybody who's in the zone all go to the random event. And that, to me, is such a defining moment for Destiny, because it has this sense of community and co-op, even when you're not grouped. Co-op with complete strangers, that wasn't frustrating. And some of these world events really do require you to work together, as the devil tank that drops in the world event is quite a bit stronger than the devil tank that drops inside the Devil's Lair strike that was available on the alpha. Now, that you do have a time limit to do randomized world events, so that really, it puts like the fire under your ass to go and do it, and the rewards are always worth it. You get like a boatload of fucking faction reward and glimmer, and often you'll get loot pieces. Also, certain bounties will call for you to get a certain rating on world events, because world events, depending on how much damage you do to an enemy, how much defense you've done, how much progress you've made through like turning on a node or whatever the randomized world event is, by the time the time limit is up, if you complete it, you get a gold rating. If you're like halfway, you get silver, and if it's under that, you get bronze. And certain bounties will call for 3 gold ratings, and then you'll get an absolute truckload of experience and glimmer and all the good stuff. So these world events are always worth doing, they're always exciting, and you never know when they're gonna happen. I feel like this is such a strong suit for Destiny. Let me know how you guys feel about this. What kind of randomized world events do you want to see? Are you the solo player who wants nothing to do with it? Or are you the solo player who has nothing against shooting at an enemy but not being grouped with people? Everybody still gets the rewards. There's nothing in this game in the wild that requires you to be grouped. It doesn't require you to be grouped, but there will be people around to help you with things. I love that aspect. Let me know how you guys feel. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all back in Destiny.